This is the Cover 3 Tailgate. And welcome back to the Cover 3 podcast here on CBS Sports. That's Tom Fornelli. That's Danny Cannell. I'm Chip Patterson coming to you live at youtube.com/cover3 and everywhere you get your podcasts on demand. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that subscribe, smash that like, and come and join us in the chat, a.k.a. the Cover 3 Tailgate, where our friend Jerry B said, it is shocking to me that Penn State has not found a head coach. What is wrong in Happy Valley? They may need to get a new AD. They are too good to be missing on all these candidates. So we are waiting for the reveal of the new college football playoff rankings. They are live as we come to you live on youtube.com/cover3. So we'll see what we have to react to. It's very possible there's not a lot, but just where Texas A&M falls. DK, is there anything that you're looking for here before we get the reveal?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there has been a massive PR campaign for Texas to get in the mix. So we'll see if that paid off. Sark's been doing every single interview. I want to see if all the campaigning, the politicking is working. Mario Cristobal, same thing. He's pounding the table. I mean, the coaches are making their cases, and I hate it, but I totally understand it. But I'm curious to see, because I do think the committee, like, I know they're supposed to take off their hats and they sequester and they don't pay attention. They hear the cases. I think they do pay attention. So I'm curious to see what impact some of those campaigns might have made.
Do love a format where campaigning is the thing that you have to do. Nothing says we've earned our place than stumping on the campaign trail.
Well, I mean, even when the only thing that it was the AP #1 poll. I mean, Danny, do you remember everybody campaigning then?
I don't. Did it happen?
They did. It's just that we didn't have like 24-hour cable networks at the time that were blasting it all out there, and sports radio nonstop and podcasts and all these interviews. So they definitely did. But
like, coaches would still state their case for why when we went to the Fiesta Bowl and while you went to the Orange Bowl and we both won.
James Madison is ranked.
Oh no, ACC's done.
James Madison is 25th.
Oh, boy.
9 North Texas at 24. Georgia Tech still ranked at 22nd, moved up a spot. Georgia Tech moved up a spot.
But if Duke cannot win. If Duke did win, that would be a win over a.
That's true.
We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see because they're still not in there. Virginia team, that would be a
17.
significant resume booster.
Yeah.
That would be a better win than anything. Now they would have to ignore 5 losses. 17th, Virginia checks in.
Yep. Tulane up there at 20 because Tulane against North Texas. So that basically guarantees at least a spot for the American winner. Yeah, whoever wins down in New Orleans on Friday night will almost certainly be in the college football playoff. Tom, are you ahead right now?
No, I'm behind. I'm just surprised Arizona moved up 7 spots. Beating Arizona State?
Well, I think 7 spots just means that, yeah, I see what
Michigan lost. They had to slot them after them. What other loser did they have that dropped?
Well, a lot of, like, your 23s.
Why do you have to slot Michigan behind Arizona? It's not like they played a head-to-head or anything. You can keep Michigan ahead of Arizona.
I mean, Michigan's 9-3 is better than Arizona's 9-3.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason. Oh, Vanderbilt's steady.
Yeah,
you beat Tennessee and you don't move? Vanderbilt. Storm Grapevine.
This has got to be Texas at 13.
Oh, yeah,
of
Texas.
Course. Now they're going to slow it down. Now they got to break down Vanderbilt.
Texas 1 spot ahead. Yep. Here we go. Texas.
See, I'm behind you guys.
Did they really feel it yet?
Yep. Texas at 13.
Damn it, Chips. Got new internet.
I'm on the front foot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Sure. Now the next is Miami and Notre Dame, right?
At 12 and 11. What about Utah? I mean, Utah's at 15.
Utah
Where's
dropped.
BYU.
There are some weird movement this week.
Bored. Wesley Walls was bored.
Utah dropping 2 spots despite winning.
Okay.
BYU's at 12?
No, Miami at 12.
Oh, so Miami's done. They didn't get the jump they wanted.
No. Oh,
They beat Pitt. That was supposed to be a ranked win. You're supposed to use last week's rankings to make the new rankings.
Cowards.
Miami's done.
Cowards.
Miami's been done since they didn't get the results last week.
So, but you're just saying done since Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not done since like the middle of last week. So I guess BYU at 11. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So they were bored outside of the top 14, but inside the top 14, they were like, yeah, sure.
Well, only one team in the top 14 last week lost. Texas A&M.
So now it does get interesting. 8 and 9. Who's there? Because you're really not safe unless you're at 8. 9's in danger, right? If there were some bid stealers.
There's no BYU is the only bid.
BYU is the only bid thief, yeah. Because Texas clearly isn't going to be one,
right? So you're safe at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Group of 5 ACC are 12 and 11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or ACC / Sunbelt.
Or James Madison.
Yes.
Notre Dame's at 10.
Yeah, it's them or BYU.
Same.
It's them or BYU. That's the only one.
So Notre Dame did drop one. So they want both Notre Dame and Miami out to avoid the whole situation.
No, Notre Dame's got 2 losses. Their resume with the rest of the 2 loss teams compared to the 1 loss teams ahead of them isn't nearly as good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any. We're so focused on the head-to-head. I really don't think there's some grand conspiracy to just keep these 2 apart. I'm sure if Bud were here, he would disagree.
Yeah, I think that James Madison being in and Miami's positioning, it's Virginia or bust.
Yeah.
I will say on Saturday night,
if Troy happens to go up to Harrisonburg,
22-point underdog, 22
in 29 degrees and a wintry mix on Friday night,
anything could happen.
How do you think those Bama boys are going to like that?
Throw out the record books in the championship game.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good question. If Bama loses, are they out? I think it depends on the score.
No.
You think they're safe at 9?
I said on Saturday night that Alabama would probably pass Notre Dame in the rankings this week because they want to be able to set it up. So when they lose, if they lose the SEC championship game, they're going to keep them in because they will not.
And that's the swap.
And that's exactly what happened. That's what I said was going to happen on Saturday night.
Yeah, they're protecting Alabama.
That's what I said to Kevin in on our text 20 minutes
before the
show.
So nothing's going to change. Ole Miss at 6.
Yeah, Ole Miss actually moved up. So thank you, Lane Kiffin. You're so gracious for, saving.
Did Lane Kiffin save Ole Miss by sending Charlie Weiss Jr. back to Oxford? The streets are wondering.
Ole Miss now at 6 might be guaranteed a home game. Because that is the relevancy. Yeah. I mean, like when it comes down to it, that's $1 million or multi-million-dollar decision for Oxford. Economic impact, athletic department, the ability to host a home game is massive. So by Ole Miss moving up, I think that the Rebels might be safe in terms of locking in a home game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for the Rebels. Yeah.
It's going to be an electric environment. I can guarantee you that.
Yep. 100%. And then we're just slotting them around. Georgia, Indiana, and yes, Ohio State. So as we look at the top 10, Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Texas Tech, and Oregon. Ole Miss checking in at number 6. Texas A&M falling down to number 7. Oklahoma at 8. Alabama currently at 9. Then we get Notre Dame at 10. And then BYU currently at 11, Miami at 12. So real quick off the top.
Oh, they changed the wording. They changed the bracket.
Conference champ number 4, conference champ number 5.
Yeah. Poor Miami. They were just messing with playing mind games with Hurricane fans.
Yep. It's like they wanted to stoke like a debate just for meaningless fun and get everybody
show.
Why would they stoke a debate when you could embrace that debate, Tom?
I'm sorry, but it's like it was all a work. It's like the network that broadcasts and pays for WWE was just pretending it was real.
Big Ten championship game participants, both locks for a bye.
Correct.
Can Alabama get from 9 to 4?
Yeah, and does Georgia lose
the SEC? If Alabama wins the SEC, it will get a bye. 3 byes are blocked up.
Does Georgia,
Ohio State, and Indiana are getting byes. Then the 4th spot will be Texas Tech if Alabama loses to Georgia, or Alabama if Alabama beats Georgia. That's cut and dry.
I don't know. I disagree.
For winning the SEC, you don't think they're going to give you a bye?
No, I don't think they'll jump them that high. And there, I think Georgia might lose the bye.
Nah, not if Georgia's got 2 losses and they're both to the same team.
And if Alabama's got 2 wins against Georgia, not only do you, then you've got 2 great wins.
Mm-hmm. And you've got the Florida State loss, which clearly week 1 doesn't matter anymore. And then you've got the 2-point loss to Oklahoma, in which you pretty much outplayed them. You just didn't outscore them.
If Texas Tech loses to BYU, my opinion is they're still safe in the playoff.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I thought you meant, yeah.
And not for a bye.
But they'll lose their bye.
They'll lose their bye. Would they?
That's where I think Georgia could lose their bye too.
Do you think that Texas Tech could lose its home game?
No. I'm not barring a blowout.
I mean, even if they get blown out because they blew out BYU the first time.
Yeah, we beat everybody on our schedule.
Yeah, we beat everybody we played. So I think Texas Tech's getting a home game at worst.
Yeah.
And a bye at best.
Same thing with Georgia. Georgia and Texas Tech. There we go. This is a great way for fans to think about it. Ohio State and Indiana, 1 and 2, locks for a bye. Georgia, Texas Tech, currently win and get a bye, but a lock to at least get a home game for the first round.
Lock for a bye.
Oregon, probably a lock for a home game. Ole Miss, lock for a home game. That might be as far as I'll go in terms of saying lock for a home game.
So
Texas A&M could fall. Texas A&M could fall to the 9 if Alabama and BYU both win conference title games. So I would say top 6 at the worst have a home game. Top 2 lock for the bye. That's probably the way that I'm thinking about this right now.
Yeah.
Georgia's a lock for a bye.
I don't think so.
All right.
If Texas Tech looks awesome and Georgia lays an egg, they could put Georgia at 5.
That's possible. Yes.
Yeah. They could put Georgia at 5 and send James Madison to Athens.
Right. To sacrifice to the football gods.
Oh yeah. And to James Madison, who somehow do you know what? This is what Duke should be saying. Well, Bob Chesney's leaving that team. What,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
How are we
definitely be pounding the table.
Consider them.
But my reasoning is the conference championship games are cash cows. The SEC and the Big Ten do not want to do anything that would make the conference championship game, quote unquote, meaningless or painful. Like if you get to it, it's a reward, win or lose. That's what they want to make sure is the case. Now, if Alabama loses and it has 3 losses, it doesn't really have any credible argument for getting a bye, and therefore it can't really feel bad about it. If Georgia loses, they're going to say, well, shit, we'd have been better off just not playing because we'd have gotten a bye. That's not fair. All these other teams didn't have to play, and they get a bye. You know, they get benefits from it. And the SEC and the Big Ten are running this operation. And the SEC and the Big Ten make up the multitude of the field. Georgia, I think, is 99.999999999% getting a bye.
I'm not going to go with that many 9s, but I think they could potentially fall to 5 in a very specific set of circumstances where Texas Tech and Alabama would move into the other 2 spots. We'll see.
Don't make me run the numbers again.
Georgia being locked in, according as first reported by Tom Fornelli.
Georgia, yes, please credit. The college football playoff is zeroing in on Georgia as a first-round bye.
Targeted.
Yeah.
Georgia has a first-round bye as a person of interest in the college football playoff.
Hey, just because you're targeting doesn't mean that you'll get them. You never know. You never know what's hiding behind. You never know what's hiding behind that wall. You know.
True.
You can all of a sudden have an experience, see the light, decide that you're right where you need to be.
Looks like BYU spent all their money on Kalani Sitake because Illinois just got a commitment from an offensive lineman who is between BYU and Illinois.
Man, you better keep that quiet or else you're going to get some crumble cookie money thrown at him. Watch out. Just keep it under wraps.
All right. Coming up on the other side, more of our college football playoff reaction and some coaching carousel recap, the latest from the last day or so, and more next. Jeez, my world for a longer ad break. Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, as we continue to see, we kind of laid it out for you a little bit what the stakes are for the weekend. Yes, Danny.
I was going to ask you of these results because now you've got Miami's pissed off, Texas is pissed off. We are evaluating a new college football playoff that is supposed to be given to us now after the college football season. Any ramifications from this one? Clearly, and then I guess we would see what happened if the SEC, with who gets a buys after the.
If the SEC gets weekend. No buys, they will raise hell. It is going to be incredible.
Right. But I do think Texas not getting in, I think it's interesting too, because they've been talking about strength of schedule and this new metric. It's almost like they wanted you to give them credit for doing the 9-game schedule, which doesn't start until next season. Correct. I thought that was interesting because they've been all doing our schedule's so hard. We're doing 9 games. I'm like, that doesn't start till next year. But I do wonder if this means expansion, most likely.
I think they're going to go to 5 and 11 eventually.
But I mean, do you think, because I thought we were going to get 12 teams one more year. Is there anything significant enough where we see a lot of teams, good teams that look like they could have done damage? Do they go to 16 sooner and just say, let's go to 16 next year?
I don't know. I mean, I wonder if the expansion is really going to be based on results and teams being left out and people crying about it, or if it's just kind of being stalled until the next round of realignment.
Right.
My thought is that right now, as long as there is a group that is peddling a 24 team automatic bid, I guess as long as that is even a discussion point, there's just going to be disagreement. I would think that we eventually land at 16, which to me is just a cleaner bracket, right? I mean, the 12 has shown very, very much imperfect teams that we are arguing. I understand bracket creep, but I think 12 to 16, but getting rid of the buys, 5 plus 11, I'd be fine with that. I don't think it fixes anything.
No, it doesn't fix anything. You're still going to have arguing over strength of schedules.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. You can't fix
teams
it
from the SEC in.
It's not fixable. There's 136 teams. Play 12-game regular season. Can't play everybody. Even the leagues are different sizes. Play different schedules. There's no fixing it. Unless you just do the Super League thing. So how important is the playoff to you? Are you willing to go to a Super League so the playoff is fixed?
So I was looking at this today. I believe that this statement, especially after seeing the rankings, I think that this statement is true. The difference between the ACC having a top 20 matchup in its conference championship game and potentially missing the college football playoff as a league was 3 one-off results between non-contenders, including Bill Belichick's 20-15 win over Frank Reich. That if you flip the following 3 results, Notre Dame over Stanford 20-15, Wake Forest over Virginia Tech 30-23, and Clemson over Louisville 20-19. If you flip those 3 results, Miami's conference opponent winning percentage is better than Duke's conference opponent winning percentage. Those 3 results, of the 6 teams, half of them aren't even bowl teams, and none of the teams had a winning record in conference play. That is truly how dumb this ACC tiebreaker scenario has gotten. That North Carolina over Stanford, Wake Forest over Virginia Tech, and Clemson over Louisville could send no teams to the college football playoff, where if all of those are flipped, this would be a really good ACC championship game for the ACC. We've got our 2 best, highest-ranked teams, and they're playing each other. But Miami and Duke only had 2 common opponents, NC State and Syracuse. They both went 2-0 against each other. But it was just Duke played Virginia, who made the ACC championship game and got a bunch of those wins that helped Duke's schedule, including Virginia over Duke.
Listen, when you hired Bill Belichick, it was so you could impact the college football playoff and the national title race. North Carolina is now in the picture. All right. You got what you're paying for.
What were you about to say, Danny?
I was going to say, don't you think one of the changes we'll see, Jim Phillips, I would expect the rules to be rewritten where the tiebreaker is the highest rank from the committee.
I could see that happen. I could see more leagues going to that. Honestly.
Right. Learning, watching. Hey, we just saw that debacle. We don't want that to be us.
Yeah. We ran the numbers for the Big Ten and they turned out all right, but the Big Ten was close to having a kind of a nightmare scenario for itself there too, where they were going to cost themselves buys possibly. So yeah, I could definitely see that being the case because I do think for every league, it's in your best interest. If you want to be getting into the college football playoff and that's where all the money is, you want to do everything you can to make sure that your best teams are getting the advantageous spots. And if you can do that by using the rankings to make sure they're getting in the field, that's what I think you should do.
Dirty Dogs in the Tailgate says, Bud is out here tweeting about the ranking show. Why isn't he on the show? That's a great question, Dirty Dogs.
Great question. That is a great question, Dirty
Great
Dogs.
Question.
Everybody go tweet at Bud and ask him why he's not on the show.
Everybody go tweet at Bud right now. Say, why aren't you on the show? I think I've got a bad idea. Do y'all want to hear a bad idea?
Love it.
Conference by conference selection committees. So every single Monday night, each conference selection committee puts together their own conference power rankings. And then those conference power rankings can then be used. When we've got 17, 18 team leagues, there's just no crossover. I just explained to you how Duke and Miami of their entire schedules only had 2 common opponents. So we had to go to all of these tiebreakers. Even among the full 5-way tie for second place at 6-2, just didn't have enough common opponents to get it in. And it's because the leagues are too daggum big. I don't think adding a 9th conference game is going to all of a sudden magically fix the imbalance. But if you come out on Monday night on the ACC network and you've got your own ACC selection committee, which then releases their poll, then on Tuesday night, the other selection committee releases their poll. I think it's a truly bad idea that should probably be discussed.
Do you know what imagine if they were doing that right now this week. And then Texas is voted in over Ole Miss in the SEC vote because of what happened at Ole Miss. And the deciding vote is cast by LSU, who is now coached by Lane Kiffin. You want to talk about some Game of Thrones intrigue? That's a great idea, Chip. Let's just take as much of this off the field as we possibly can.
Glad to help.
Your point. I used to talk to Reese Davis about this because I was always pushing for expansion. And when we were at 4, and we were trying to figure out, well, how do you get 8? And 8 was the number because it was 5 conference champs, 3. And then it was like, well, how do you debate, who does what? And he said, just have the conferences give you their best team, however they want to determine it. Do you need a conference championship game? If you want to have it, fine. If you don't. Each conference gets to decide. So it's kind of similar to yours, Chip, where you're like, conference selection committee, whatever it is, if you want to have a play-in. Remember that was bantered around this offseason?
Yeah.
To have maybe you'd have your top team wins the ACC, and then there's a battle of third and fourth,
Well, there's, the Ivy League didn't have a basketball championship game for the longest time. They just had to declare who they were sending to the NCAA tournament. Each conference has its own way to be able to declare a champion. But I think that obviously for the competitiveness standpoint, like what Manny Diaz is saying right now is like, look, these are the rules. Just because the rules didn't give you the outcome you wanted doesn't mean that the rules are wrong. The rules gave us this opportunity. We want to try and go win our first ACC championship since 1989. Like on an island, it's a great opportunity for the Blue Devils. So we'll see. Saturday night in Charlotte, it's going to be cold and damp. No one understands why it's always so damp, but it's always cold and damp.
Will there be freezing fog?
Did you?
No.
I don't know if there's going to be freezing fog. We'll see. Some questions in the tailgate from earlier mentioned the Penn State situation. Big news from the afternoon included. Are we good? Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Did everything freeze up for y'all?
No.
Okay. All right.
Looking good. I thought you were a Penn State fan. I was just really nervous.
Kalani Sitake was widely reported. That's like Penn State is targeting BYU coach Kalani Sitake. I don't care if it's photoshopped or not, but just even the idea that they met up at a Sheetz to be able to talk it over. Did y'all see that?
No.
It's like at a Sheetz in Altoona, it was mobile pickup order, K Sitake, P Kraft, each getting a coffee.
Is that why he sent the DoorDash? Because the Crumble booster sent the DoorDash of Crumble to Pat Kraft's office, and that was real. Like, he confirmed it. They took the picture of it. I do think, and now it's interesting because Penn State fans want Pat Kraft fired. Like, now they're really starting to get panicky. I mean, has Terry Smith been his biggest winner in this?
Yes.
He's just he's going to be the last man standing.
Yes. No, well, there's one name that I think is going to have a chance to say yes or no. And if he says yes, then I think Penn State fans will be okay. If he says no, then we do spiral out of control a little bit.
They could save the whole thing very quickly.
And you're talking about
just
call Jeff Brom?
No, call Matt Campbell. You could save the entire operation. I mean, did you see, I tweeted it, they are dead last in the Big Ten in recruiting rankings. Signing day's tomorrow. Penn State is dead last in the Big Ten.
And the thing they're going to screw up is next year's schedule is championship ready.
Manny Diaz, I guess, all of a sudden now is a little bit more of a player. So we got to keep that in mind as well. But it is remarkable that we have gotten to this point where Penn State targets Kalani Sitake, BYU's coach, and BYU's coach says no. Now, it's not just Crumble. I've heard of a lot of mega boosters and even some negotiating within the BYU community to make sure that the door would be opened for mega boosters to be able to really make things happen. So, yeah, great for Kalani Sitake. I mean, there's Kurt Signetti, Matt Rule, Kalani Sitake, Eli Drinkwitz. Who else got a raise off this job?
Did James Franklin get a raise?
James Franklin did not get a raise. Do you all believe any of the whatever? Fun question to ask Clive. So this statement speaks to journalism in the year of our Lord 2025. So Todd McShay went on Bill Simmons' podcast, and Todd McShay alleged that Jimmy Sexton, agent for James Franklin, is furious about Penn State firing James Franklin and has worked to ice out Penn State.
I mean, it's not completely unrealistic.
It is not unrealistic.
I believe he would try to ice them out with his clients, but there's his number 2 guy that left. I think it's Clifton or something. I think it's his name. Clint. He reps some good guys. Trace Armstrong reps some good. Like, there's other coaches that are available, but this could make life really difficult. And maybe it is why we're in this situation.
I'd also argue, and again, these are baseless allegations made on another podcast.
Made by Todd, again, journalist
Todd McShay.
Todd McShay alleged this on Bill Simmons' podcast.
Correct.
This is not something that they taught us in school.
So if Jimmy Sexton had been doing this and you were a Jimmy Sexton client, how would you feel about your agent keeping you from taking a job like Penn State just because he's mad at him for firing one of his other clients? That would lead me to hiring a new agent really quickly.
I cannot speak to that world, like I'm not playing those games. I'm not playing those chess games. So I don't.
Honestly, you know what? I don't think that's true at all. I don't think there's any realistic possibility that it is true, because an agent's job is to just get money for his clients. It's like, I don't think agents can take anything too personally, considering what they do to the schools all the time. They pretty much hold them hostage every single year. It's just
there's a theory going around on the socials. Because I think Miami. Do you guys think Miami? Do you guys think Miami is done?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is not what the socials are saying. I got some Miami fans in my comments saying with Notre Dame dropping, if BYU loses, Miami pumps up. They're right there next to each other. There's your flip. I know, I'm just telling you the socials. I'm just telling you.
Who do Miami and Notre Dame play this week?
Nobody.
Nobody.
But Hunter
Nothing's going to
Yurachek
change.
also. Hunter Yurachek just said teams that are idle could make moves because if BYU loses, that will open up a spot. Like he made reference to idle teams.
What
still
spot
being able
does it
to
open
move.
up?
I'm just telling you what the
But I'm
socials are
asking,
saying.
I'm
They may
trying
not
to
be
figure
very
out
smart.
What spot does that open up? Because it's the top 10. BYU's not in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 and 12 are the two.
Notre Dame is at 10. Notre Dame is at 10. If BYU lost, Miami would go up, and then you would re-rank them and put them in the 10 spot. Is what Miami fans are hoping.
Listen, Miami
I'm
fans.
just telling you. I know. I think they're toast.
I know. Listen, I yelled at you yesterday, and I feel bad about it because I could have just said what I said without yelling. So again, I'm going to apologize to you for raising my voice.
Okay.
There was really no need for it. I'm Italian.
Fun.
I'm emotional. I was
It
tired.
was fun.
But Miami fans, just listen to me for a second here. They think Notre Dame is better than you. They have thought Notre Dame is better than you the entire time. Notre Dame has not lost. Notre Dame has continued to play at the same level that they have been playing and even improved a bit when they thought Notre Dame was better than you. You have lost to Louisville and SMU in that time. That has hurt you. You have done not enough in their eyes to pass Notre Dame. A bye week this week will not be enough for you to pass Notre Dame. I understand why you're frustrated. I understand why you're pissed. But you're not in. They've been telling you this for a month and a half. You are not in the college football playoff this year.
They don't believe it. I'm trying to tell them. My buddy's been texting me. I'm like, sorry, you got screwed. I think they're done, but they're still holding out hope. They got 5 more days. Huh.
I don't know what the committee values. I think they think Notre Dame's better.
Yes, they clearly think Notre Dame is better.
They've had 5 weeks now to flip-flop them.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know who else thinks Notre Dame is better? Every other damn poll.
The AP top 25.
The coaches top 25. The power ratings, the human polls, they all have Notre Dame ahead of Miami because, yes, head-to-head matters, but it's only one of 12 games. It's not the only game that matters.
I don't know. That's not what Chris Felica says.
Weird. That's crazy.
When we start using, what is it, the Coley matrix? Is that what we start going to? We get really deep down the list of how many more metrics can we pull out?
Now, hold on. Let's see. Let me find out where Coley got these guys. Coley has Notre Dame at 10 and Miami at 12.
Same exact.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the other piece of this, because the reason I had some of that ACC information pulled up was that I like, hey, can you explain like how this is like so awful and they're getting screwed? And my response to an editor was like, yeah, but also don't lose to Louisville. Like, don't lose to SMU. I mean, I'm going to make a big scene of how stupid all the tiebreakers are and the situation we're in because of those 3 dumb results deciding who plays for the ACC championship. But Miami should not have lost either one of the games it lost. And Miami fans will tell you about how the officials had 9 screw ups in the game against SMU. But I don't know.
A lot of interceptions that were costly too.
Yeah. All right. We will be back on Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time to get you set for conference championship weekend with a little big game breakdown. Maybe a little coaching carousel check-in as well, if we've got any more on that. Reaction to Will Stein in Kentucky, Bob Chesney, UCLA, and so much more. And you can follow him on Twitter at Tom Fornelli. You can follow him at Danny Cannell. Follow me at Chip_Patterson. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See ya.